Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our StreamYard today. This is Steve with Credit Suite. Today we've got an interesting topic. We're going to talk about, is credit card stacking a scam, right? So credit card stacking program. We're going to find out, is it a scam? Is it not a scam? Like I said, my name is Steve Weibel. I work here at Credit Suite. I'm one of the senior sales reps here. You can reach out to us at any time at 877-600-2487. As always, my awesome team is answering questions in the chat box, in the comment box. So feel free to reach out, ask any and all questions. We're here for you. All right, let's dive in. So what is credit card stacking? That's the first question, right? Is it a scam? Well, we got to figure out what it is first, right? So credit card stacking involves applying for multiple credit cards at once. Then when you're approved, you have access to the balances on all of them. All right, you can use the money to literally to fund a business, right? Or even drawing cash from them if you need. So that's what credit card stacking is, right? There's no need for collateral for it. It's unsecured business financing, but you do need a personal guarantee, which means you're going to need a really decent credit score. We'll actually give you an exact score here in 1 second, above 680 or more. Typically, I tell people, look, you want to have roughly a 700 credit score. It's really unusual to see 680 credit score on all 3 credit reports. There's always going to be one that's higher. So typically, we see people at around 700 to get approved for the credit card stacking program. So the question is it a scam? No, in and of itself, it really is not a scam. However, there are credit card stacking scams out there. You need to know how to tell the difference in a scam or whether it's legitimate credit card stacking to fund your business. So you can take advantage of this funding option. It actually really is tremendous. I've done it personally. It's amazing. But you got to protect yourself and your business. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? Seed capital. SEED. I want to make sure I'm clear about that. SEED, Seed Capital Credit Card Stacking Scandal. There was a huge scandal. If you do a Google search on credit card stacking, you're going to see a lot about Seed Capital, I promise you. They were running a credit card stacking scam, and the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, put a stop to it. Here's how it went down, right? First, Seed Capital was not telling companies how this funding worked. They were not telling people how it worked, right? Many did not know they were even applying for multiple credit cards. In addition, many times these were personal credit cards and they had no idea. Can you imagine? You've got a funding company telling you they're going to get you a loan. What they're not telling you is that you're going through a credit card stacking program, and some of these credit cards were going to come back as personal credit cards, not even business credit cards, right? So furthermore, they were filling out the credit applications, not the client. That's a big deal. It's not necessarily terrible if the client knows about it and is given formal permission. But Seed was found to be lying about the income on the clients of these applications. So they're literally lying about their income, right? Seed was sometimes inflating people's incomes as much as $100,000. Imagine that, right? The result was that many clients were actually getting approved for high limit cards, very high limits as a matter of fact, but again, without their knowledge. So now they've got all access to all this capital because their approval was based on income that was false. But there's so much more than this. Most clients found Seed when they looked into some sort of business training program. I'm not going to go into details as to what that training program was. I am familiar with it, but that's what happened. They approached a company that was going to give them training, and they ended up behind the scenes. The program actually had a deal with Seed to use their credit card stacking to finance the program for the client. So imagine I'm selling my background real estate, so real estate coaching, and you come to me to get involved with my coaching program, and let's say it's $25,000 or $50,000, and then unbeknownst to you, I have Seed get you credit cards so that you can pay for my program without you knowing that that's what's going on, right? That's horrible. The client would look at paying for training in some area and realize they couldn't pay for it. The training company would offer the financing, like we just discussed, have the client apply. Then the training company would send the info to Seed, who would apply for the credit cards as mentioned above. Again, they filled out the application, not the client. After that, Seed would let the training company know what the total limit was, and the client will be charged close to that amount, virtually maxing out multiple cards at once. You can imagine how this is a scam, right? So you had 2 companies working in cohorts with each other and basically draining your access to capital all at one shot. It's unbelievable. How people sleep at night is beyond me. Not only that, most clients felt the training was a scam itself. So now imagine that. They paid tens of thousands of dollars for this training, and then they felt like the training was a scam in and of itself, right? Believing it not to be useful once they went through the program. So then they were stuck with tens of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, wrecked personal credit score due to high utilization ratios, right? And not even any useful training to show for it. It's incredible, right? This was the Seed Capital credit card. Now, there actually is legit credit card stacking to fund a business, though, right? That's just one bad example. There are plenty of good ones, right? This is not how legit credit card stacking works, by the way. On the contrary, you actually even use credit card stacking to fund a startup, right? It can help you if you have someone. It can help if you have someone to help you. I don't know who wrote this. A professional can help you find the best card options and the lowest rates, right? So look, going out and applying for one credit card, you may get, a limit of, 5, 10, 15, 20, $25,000. But if you're able to stack that and get 3 to 5 times that limit, it's obviously going to help your business tremendously. It's going to give you access to capital quickly. And if you have someone good helping you, there'll be business credit cards that won't report on your personal credit, right? One common practice is to find cards with 0% introductory rate, which is awesome. Allows for 0% interest, sometimes for over a year. Typically, it's going to run between 6 and 18 months, but 12 months is typically what I see, at least until the introductory rate runs out. Credit Suite actually has a program like this. We call it the Credit Line Hybrid, right? Credit Line Hybrid. I know you've heard Ty talk about it many times. You need good credit or a credit partner with good credit to qualify for the Credit Line Hybrid. This is unsecured business financing. It's revolving credit. This is access to credit, high limit credit, and typically, again, 0% interest. Right? The funds are not limited to use. You can use it any way you want. They can be used for business expenses such as real estate, equipment, working capital, even startup expenses. All right. There is no down payment. There's no income documentation. This is a no doc financing deal. Right? Approvals can range up to $150,000. Right? Up to $150,000. Imagine having access to $150,000 in capital right now at 0% interest. Wouldn't that be awesome? Right? And in addition to that, it can actually help you build business credit. You need a 680 credit score above, like we talked about, no late payments for the last 24 months, no more than 6 inquiries in the past 6 months. That's important. No open collections or bankruptcies at all, obviously. And at least 2 open credit cards with a $2,000 limit or higher. Actually, I like to tell people $3,000 to $5,000 just to be sure. You need at least 1.5 years of good payment history on those cards. Your utilization rate cannot be higher than 40%. And typically, if you're in a 700 credit score, your utilization rate's not going to be over 40%. There could be absolutely no bankruptcies in the past 7 years. Not that difficult, right? Think about it. If you don't have the credit for this, you might know somebody who can, and they can actually sign for it and have it still go in the business name. It's awesome, right? There's lots of benefits to this program. Matter of fact, let's dive into some of the benefits. You don't have to provide financials. That's one benefit. That's great for a startup, right? The minimum credit score of 680 is much less than what's required for a lot of other financing types. People don't realize getting business credit or getting loans for the business requires a significantly higher personal credit score. That's why we talk about building business credit so much, because it's a big deal. It's credit without using a personal guarantee, right? In this particular case, you are given a PG, but it's giving you instant access to capital, and there's no financials required, right? You can use a credit partner if you don't meet the minimum credit score, and it can also help build business credit as well, which obviously increases your fundability. This is because it reports to the business credit reporting agencies, not the personal credit. Now think about that. If you break out your personal credit card and use it for your business expenses, when your utilization rate goes up, your score does what? It obviously goes down, right? Well, with these cards, if you get them in the business name, they don't report to your personal credit. They're going to report to your business credit. And in business credit, utilization has no effect on your score whatsoever, or very little on your business credit score. And it doesn't affect your personal at all. So you can max it out, right? Which is awesome. Max it out, pay it off, max it out. Matter of fact, if you're smart and you pay these cards off every time you use them, typically after a year, you're going to notice they're going to double your limits. Not guaranteed, but I see it all the time. I've personally seen it. Okay, so how's this different from the scams? Well, there's a number of differences between our program and the credit card stacking scams out there, okay? First, you know exactly what's happening and how it works, right? There's nothing going on behind the scenes. We will never apply for credit cards without your knowledge. Matter of fact, you get to choose the ones you apply for. Next, our program does not include inflating income in an effort to get higher rates. Look, it's stated income, right? they're not verifying it, but there's no financials required. You're going to tell us what your income is. You're going to fill it. Remember, you're going to be the one that fills it out, and then we're going to go from there. Finally, you're free to use the money how you choose. Right? That's a big deal. We don't work with partners to provide funding for anything specific. In other words, when you get access to this capital, do with it what you will. It has nothing to do with us, right? We're just trying to help you get funding, right? We simply help you get the funding that you need to grow your business. That's the bottom line. Is that way you can use it the way you need to do it. Okay. So let's give you some tips to avoid these scams. First, if you're trying to purchase a product or service and you were offered financing, ask the questions, right? Read the fine print. Make sure you know exactly where the funding is coming from. Are they funding it? Are they personally, that company personally giving you the credit, or are they getting it from a third party? And who is that third party? Always monitor your personal and business credit reports to ensure there are no unexpected accounts on them. That's really a big deal. Matter of fact, one of my favorite things to do is to lock my credit report. If I'm not sure whether somebody's actually going to be pulling my credit, I lock it. Right? I don't give them access. I have to manually unlock it before they can check it. All right. You got to work with a trusted company. Work with them directly. Part of the problem with the seed capital fiasco was the funding was for a very specific service. It was for that coaching program, wherever that program was, and that client could not afford to pay cash for. They may not have even realized seed capital was involved at all. So these clients may not have even known about seed capital. Remember, Google that up. All right. That means they never had a chance to research seed on their own. When you go to the company directly, you could do your own research. Makes sense, right? Looking at reviews in the Better Business Bureau can sometimes save you a lot of pain. Do your research, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you know what you're getting into before you start applying for credit anywhere. Also, when you work with Credit Suite directly, you not only get access to the funding, we help you find any other products or services that we have that can help you grow your business even more, right? So reach out to us. Go to creditsuite.com/live. Call us on our 800 number or 877 number. Give us a call. Go to creditsuite.com/EIN. Reach out to us at info@creditsuite.com. So you have a you have a right. If you do it right, just don't do it on your own. Do your research. Find a trusted company that can help. Make sure you know what you're getting into. All right. So real quick recap. Credit card stacking is a legit way to fund a startup, but you have to do it the right way. I'm going to stop real quick because we kind of rolled through this very quickly. I tried to do this on my own at one time. I actually tried to apply for multiple credit cards at once. And believe it or not, I instantly got denied for both, right? I think what happens is they suspected fraud, right? I instantly got denied for both. Now, I could have easily gotten approved for either one of them, but when you try to do it on your own, you're going to end up with a couple of inquiries and no credit. So find the right company that can help you. I promise you, Credit Suite, we can absolutely help you. Reach out 877-600-2487. You got to find the right company to help you so you can avoid the scams. The Credit Suite Credit Line Hybrid is a great option. It says good option here. It's a great option. It can help you build business credit at the same time, right? If you want more information, once again, reach out 877-600-2487. I appreciate you guys getting out here with me today. Hopefully I didn't go through it too quickly. I feel like I may have. By the way, next time, we're going to look at what an NAICS code is that accurately categorize your business and is not seen as a risky to lenders. This is a big one. This is an ask time moment. This will be next time, all right? Don't forget, easily and quickly get financing. Get access to every legitimate funding program in one place. You pay us no fees ever. Use our loan volume to get lower rates and fees, and you get the business blueprint to graduate to SBA loans. Reach out to us again. Go to creditsuite.com. Go to info@creditsuite.com. You're never going to have to look for funding again. Once again, 877-600-2487. Thanks so much for being here today. Hope you learned something. I know I did. Have a great day.